concluding with what we said concerning Amzu Ytzarti, that all the milas of Zeh is to be found by the Yidden as well because of the connection to Hashem, through Torah mitzvahs and through connecting through Moshe Rabbeinu and through the level of Zu specifically in the feminine. The feminine shows on an idea of connection that's total bittul, that his Torah mitzvahs is not done out of his feelings and his intellect and so on, but it's complete Kabbalah's oil. With that, he reaches Hashem's very essence, and therefore can be Amzu Yotzartili, Tilosi Saperu, that the entire Yotzartili can be, the entire formation of the world can be, is for this Amzu, for the Yidden to be joined with Hashem, and then they are saying the proper connection, the proper praises for Hashem, and even a person that's in a level of Am, even though Am indicates nation, people, is indicated the lowest level, even that level is able to connect completely with Hashem, just like Kabbalah's oil, bittul, brings and equates the most stringent mitzvahs and the most lightest mitzvahs, so too it equates and brings about the connection with Hashem between the most highest levels of Yidden and even the most lowest. So we are continuing on page Yud Daled, the 10th page of the copy is Oy Zayin, line 6. Hine Isva Medrash, it's brought down the Medrash, Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ba'olam Hazeh Amartem Lefonai Pam Achazeh Keli. In this world, in other words, before Mashiach comes, you said before me only once, Zeh Keli. The name is, the word Zeh, again, that description about Hashem being called Zeh. It's only one time we said it. Aval Osid Lavai, meaning when we said Zeh Keli Manveu on Shiras Hayam, by the Song of the Sea. Aval Osid Lavai, but in the future, Atam Oimre Moise Dover Shtei Pamim, you will say that matter twice. You will say Zeh about Hashem twice. Shenemar, like it says, V'amra B'yimahu, they will say in that day when Mashiach comes, Hine Elokeinu Zeh, behold, Elokeinu Zeh, Goymer, and then Zeh Havaya Goymer Kivinu Loi, this is Havaya that we have hope to him. V'hainu, Shagam B'chinas Zeh, Shniskalsa B'olam Hazeh, B'kriyas Yamsuf, also the level of Zeh, which was revealed in the world by the splitting of the sea. That's when the Yidden said, Zeh Keli Manveu. That then even a maidservant saw at the sea what even Yecheskel Navi, the greatest of the prophets, did not see. We know there's a very famous nevuas Yecheskel of the Merkava El Yoina, the divine chariot. So he saw from the greatest things, and still in all, a maidservant was able to perceive more on the sea. And that's when they said Zeh Keli. They used the term Zeh. Still, in all the Medrash says, it's incomparable to the level of Zeh that will become revealed in the future, in the days of Mashiach and the resurrection of the dead. Then they will say twice, what's the significance of twice? So the Rebbe goes on line 16. Explain the Maimer of the Rebbe Rashab, whose yard site is presently at Beis Nissen. The Hine Elokeinu Zeh, who's Eir Ampin. The level of Elokeinu associated with Zeh is going on Zeir Ampin, the Midas of Atzilus. Where it says Zeh Havaya is the one that we hope to him, that is the holy level of Atik. We could say the explanation in the difference between these two levels and how they apply to what's revealed and what will be revealed. The Zeir Ampin hu inyan shel katnas v'tzimtzum. The idea of Zeir Ampin is the idea of something minor, something that's constricted. In such a way, the way it's constricted is the way that Zeh becomes revealed in this world. What does it mean that the Zeh of Hashem becomes revealed in this world in a constricted way? That means that the revelation is only in a way of comprehension. that they comprehended the level of Zeh at the sea when they said Zeh Keli Van Veyu. But they didn't actually see it with their sense of sight. So even when it says Rasa Shivcha Layam, must have been like in their mind's eye, not really with a sense. V'lachein, Gam Bekriyas Yamsuf, also in the splitting of the sea, Sh'amru Zeh Keli V'Goymer, they said, this is Zeh, Rasa Shivcha Chulu, and even a maidservant saw Mikol Makim, still in all, Nivka Yom L'Shneim Asar Gezorim. The sea was split into 12 sections, into 12 cuts. Why was it split into 12 cuts? What's the significance of being split into 12? This means for every one of the Shvatim. Haya, top of Tesvav, top of 11. Derech b'fnei he had his own way to go in the sea. That shows on divisions. When you're dealing with divisions and separations, that's already something that shows on, we're not talking about Hashem's essence, because we established before that from the level when we're connected with the level of Kabbalah's oil, we're connected with the level of Hashem's essence. Over there's no distinctions whatsoever. Kalas shebekalas and chamuras shebechamuras are the same. The ordinary person, the Am, versus the highest, they all are the same as well. So he says, but we see on the other hand, something that indicates that there wasn't division. Though it says, then Moshe and the Bnei Yisrael sang, and with a vav that joined them. In other words, they sang together, showing that they were seemingly on the same level. Still in all, there were differences between them, because he doesn't say just like in other places that the Yidden sang, it says Moshe and the Yidden sang. So even though it's joined together, it's still not the same level as Moshe's appreciation and Hashem's appreciation and the Yidden's appreciation. How come? Why are the differences? So he says in line 3, because now the revelation is only in the level of comprehension, and not with our senses, not that we sensed it. The revelation is not having anything to do with the physical senses. And the vision that's in the eye. Hearing that's in the ear. The sense of smell that's in the nose. And speech that's in the mouth. Rather, they comprehended it intellectually, and since every person's intellect is different and distinct, so therefore there will be some type of distinctions between them. Mash'enkin lost love as opposed to the future. Will be a revelation of Zeh, not just in the name of Lakim, that the idea behind it is constriction. That's why it says that's going on Ze'er Anpin, so that's similar to what took place in the times of Kriyas Yamsuf. So there'll be that as well. There'll be that constricted revelation as well. But it'll be not just that constricted level, not just the level that comes from Shem Elokim, Elagam b'Shem Havaya Zeh Havaya. The revelation of Zeh will also be of the name Yud Kei Vav Kei. What's the significance of Yud Kei Vav Kei? Shuhu Haya Hayva V'Yeh Ke'echad. He is past, present, he was, is, and will be as one. That's all three things combined, the word Havaya, indicating transcending differences. Like we said, the true level of Zeh doesn't have the difference between Kal Shebekalas, Chamuras, the Am, and the highest levels. And even higher than that, Haya Hayva Ke'echad is not the ultimate level of Havaya. The Mailim is even higher than that. Bechinas Havaya She'ein Bei Nekudas, the level of Yud Kei Vav Kei that doesn't even have any Nekudas written under it, no vowel signs. The Hainu Shulam Mailam in Nekudas, it's beyond the level of vowel signs, beyond the level of expression, because the vowel signs are about how we express the words. Written without vowel signs indicates that it's beyond that type of expression. This revelation will be with our sense with our very senses, that everybody will point with his physical finger, v'yoymar, and he will say, Zeh Havaya, this is Havaya, Zeh the Arich, Zeh the Atik. They will both point at the level of Zeh of Arich Ampin, the lower level of Keser, and Zeh of Atik Yom in the higher level of Keser. All this will be in the time to come, speedily in our days. There'll be the physical redemption from Mitzrayim. And therefore will be the redemption from Mitzrayim spiritually. What's the idea of the redemption from Mitzrayim spiritually? As it's known, the descent of the neshama into the body, it's a spiritual exile of Mitzrayim. So therefore, by going out physically from Mitzrayim, the Rebbe says we will go out spiritually from our Mitzrayim. Speedily in our days, the Mashiach came through Mashiach. The Yekuyim Ayir will be fulfilled. The promise of all flesh will see together. Again, the emphasis, the flesh will see. It will be a seeing that's connected to the flesh. That the mouth of Hashem spoke.